Hi, I'm Yogi Amy, and we're here today for our 10-minute Tuesday. And as you can see, I'm not at the studio today because to do yoga, to heal, you don't necessarily have to be at Twisted Grit Yoga Studio. So I'm sitting here on my couch. We're actually babysitting Olive. She is a full-size Bernedoodle, and then we have also 2 mini Bernedoodles also. So I'm going to do my best to talk a little bit about anxiety and how to relieve anxiety with the tools that we have already with us. These are a great way to relieve anxiety right here. Love, 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 love. But anyway, so we all have anxiety. You know, I talk about how we actually have to make friends with anxiety because yoga, breathing, meditation, none of that stuff is going to take away anxiety. Like, there's going to be struggle in our lives. There's going to be pain in our lives. We're going to get uncomfortable in our lives. Like, all of that stuff is going to happen. Yoga doesn't take that away. But what yoga teaches you to do is what I like to say, party with those emotions, because they live in us. We are not our emotions, but they are a part of us and they live within us. So learning how to adapt and understand our emotions instead of be afraid of them and suppress them and get mad at them is a really, really great yoga skill. And that doesn't require coming to Twisted Grit Yoga. That doesn't come from being able to touch your toes. That comes from being able to do the work of awareness. So we're gonna start out just by simple awareness. How do we feel? Are our shoulders up by our ears? Can we relax our jaw? Are we locked out in the joints? Are we taking deep breaths? So just starting to become present. I really like to use our senses to let go of anxiety, because when you're becoming present in the moment, so like when you're listening, so taking a moment to listen, not only to the sound of my voice, but listen to the fan and little white noises, or to smell like aromatherapy, or to feel, are my shoulders up around my shoulders up around my ears. Like, that simple awareness of bringing yourself into your senses is a really great way to meditate. So I tell people, if you want to start meditating, to do it when you're washing your hands. Feel the hot water, smell the soap, be thankful for the water, like listen for the water, like completely engulf yourself in that moment of washing your hands, instead of being like, okay, what do I have to do? And is there anybody in here? And I have to cook this for dinner, and I have to do this. Like, we waste those 2 minutes, those few times a day, stressing out and feeding anxiety. So I like to say, if you're new to meditating, if you want to start having some really good relaxation tools, is to start with when you're washing your hands, because just that awareness of, I'm in this present moment, I'm okay, things are okay. So a lot of our foundation and tools, I talk a lot about foundations, which is, you know, our base, where we grow from, where we fly from, where we fall to when we need to fall. One of our greatest foundations is the breath. And that can really help to take us out of any mood or any anxiety or any of the emotions that are partying in our house or sitting at our dinner table. Can help us to adapt to those emotions. Breath right away. Noticing, hey, my shoulders are up here, I'm anxious. Boom, right there. Great tool, awareness. Dropping my shoulders, releasing my jaw, being able to pay attention to what my brain is saying to my heart, because my brain and my heart are in constant communication. So whatever my brain is saying, not only your heart, but all your 3 billion cells are also hearing. So breath, if you can bring that awareness, oh, my shoulders, and then deep breaths. So there's all sorts of different breathing techniques. I feel like I've been studying breath work for so long, and still I'm like blown away by facts I learn about breathing. So breathing through the nose, that's now becoming kind of, I mean, it's like a TikTok trend to breathe through your nose and to like tape your mouth shut and stuff like that. And fine, whatever, TikTok, great. But yes, breathing through your nose, because you know what? Your nose is specifically designed for breath. Your mouth is the start of your digestive tract. It's not meant for breath. Luckily, we have that mouth because sometimes our nose doesn't work. But breathing through that nose will help humidify the air. It will help to change the temperature. It will help to cleanse it. Your nose is specifically designed for breath, and it also calms the nervous system. So nasal breathing is like almost like a lullaby to help soothe the brain, while the mouth breath will help like feed the fuel of anxiety and stress. So we really want to pay attention to that nose breath if we can breathe through our nose. So that is a great tool. And also on the same line of that breath is, can you exhale more? We over inhale as a society. And why do we over inhale? Because we're nervous. We're in a hurry. We have so many things to do. We are tired. We are running on empty. So our body is desperately trying to bring in more fuel, more oxygen, more of everything it needs to thrive and survive. And that's in the inhale. So we're constantly inhaling, 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 and we're not exhaling out all of the carbon dioxide that we need to exhale. And plus, we're feeding anxiety. Like if you keep fueling anxiety, it's going to keep burning. So a nice cooling breath is a longer exhale. So I always like to right away, okay, my shoulders are up here, my jaw is intense. I feel a lot of anxiety in my throat, or a lot of times in my belly too. So I've gotten to know both of those, so I can be aware of them when they happen. Okay, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling this in my belly. I'm gonna start to breathe instead of panic. I'm gonna start to inhale through my nose and big, full exhales. Get all of that air out, because the longer you can exhale, that's where the release is in. Inhales bring in things. Exhales let go of things. So anytime you're feeling that stress, that overwhelm, okay, I feel this, it's okay. I'm going to feel it again, probably, maybe in a minute, maybe in 10 minutes, maybe in 10 years. But this is something that is a part of my journey. It's not necessarily bad. It's just a part of our journey. Stress, anxiety, fear, rage, all of that stuff, a part of our journey. So learning how to party with it, will really help to clear up all of that space for this breath, for this wellness, for this joy that we need to really find. So when you're feeling anxious, I want you to simply know, if you can tell yourself that you're anxious, if you simply can notice you're anxious, you are doing a very advanced yoga pose. The awareness that comes from, oh my gosh, I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling overwhelmed, that pause that you can get, instead of reacting, we can pause and notice, and maybe even practice some patience, which is another word I absolutely love. So that awareness, even if you get mad, even if you get angry, you're on your way to healing because you're aware. Reaching out for help is a great way to start that process of healing. Receiving help. I mean, some of us can ask for help and then it starts pouring in and we're like, no. So that foundation, that help, I know each one of you out there has someone or something to lean on, whether it's a person, whether it's, a hotline out there, or a yoga mat or something. Each one of you has a foundation to fall onto so you can grow. So finding that foundation, talking about things, like, don't hold things in your body. That is so bad for you. It creates this internal struggle in your body. It's like your poor body subconsciously holding on to a 1 pound weight. Like, it's not that big a deal until it's been a year and you're still holding on to this 1 pound weight. And now you need all of this to hold it up, and everything in your body is obsessed with this, holding this 1 pound weight up. That's shame. That's our past. That's trauma. So just simply being aware, my friends, is a beautiful thing. So don't worry about if you can touch your toes. Don't worry about if you're in shape, out of shape, happy, sad. Like, you don't need to be anything to start to bring awareness. How do I feel? And what are my tools to help resolve it, to help cope with it, to help deal with it? Like my husband says all the time, adapt, improvise, and overcome. And I truly believe that that is a beautiful thing, to learn how to adapt and to improvise and to overcome, because we are going to have to overcome over and over and over and over again. So please practice awareness, gratitude. I have 10 fingers and 10 toes. Do you know I've seen people with no fingers and no toes live extremely happy lives? So we can really honestly be grateful just for these things right here. Twist to Grit Yoga is here for you. I'm simply a message away. We care, yogis. We want you to have a space where you feel like you belong, where you feel like you don't have to change to fit in. We're not going to fix you because you don't need to be fixed. Just come on in and be you. I hope you enjoyed the 10-Minute Tuesday on anxiety. Thank you for all that you are, and thank you for all that you're not. Peace in, peace out.